Sorry about that, the video cut out. As I was saying, collecting and analyzing data is super important for your classroom and for you to be able to engage students in whether they're interested in sports and you know that and you're able to tie in the content that you're teaching to that, or whether you know that the things that they're going through may be triggered by some of the content that you're going through. You're able to modify the content to be able to help these students. So obviously that's super important, whether that's like surveys or notes of communication between you and teachers, just being in that community to help you best support your students is very important. And then lastly, number 10 is involving students and parents in this whole classroom experience. We as a whole class talked about how classroom parties are a really great idea to be able to draw in like students and parents and be able to have them build a community then. And also having IEPs is super important as well, to be able to communicate with parents and students and come up with that individualized plan for education. Yeah. So these are all important aspects of the classroom management strategies, but there are 3 that really stuck out to me. Number 1 is how important forging relationships is. These form pathways to respect. This doesn't mean that respect is expected as a teacher to their students, but forging those relationships is the foundation to begin building rapport between you and parents and you and teachers and you and your students. The second point that I found really interesting was continuing that respect and rapport is providing prompts and precursors, being proactive in managing behavior and enforcing the expectations that you clearly lay out at the beginning of the year. This requires diligence and communication so your students know what you expect and that you're not going to back down from it. But it is vital to students' understanding of what behavior you as a teacher want from them. The third point that I found interesting was the classroom setup. I, as a teacher, will spend the majority of my time in my classroom, so this is just as much as for me, but also for my students as well, creating a cozy space where we're able to learn and grow together, but also a space that allows imagination and information to flow freely, making nooks and crannies for students to go to that aren't just seats and desks, and being able to provide that environment I feel is essential for the education experience. So those are my thoughts on the 10 points and the 3 that stuck out to me.